All right, fifth grade, happy Thursday. So today what we are going to talk about is the Battle of Quebec. So we talked about the Declaration of Independence yesterday. That was such an important thing that the colonists created. Today we're going to talk about kind of some more battles. One today, one tomorrow, maybe one or two next week, and then we're going to start talking about the end of the American Revolution. Okay? So, first, let's kind of talk about what was going on. Okay, so first what happened. So just know that every single time now that we are talking about the colonists, I'm not going to use that word anymore. Okay, and the reason why is because we talked about how in the Declaration of Independence, they wanted to call themselves the United States of America. And so now the colonists don't want to be called colonists, right? They don't want to be part of Britain anymore. They're going to be called their own name. They're going to call themselves the Americans. Okay, so instead of the colonists, I'm going to say the Americans from now on. So the Americans wanted to take over the city of Quebec, as you would guess, in the Battle of Quebec. All right, Quebec is actually a French word. It was a city that was actually first created by the French people, but then actually the British took it over. Okay, so the next thing here, the Battle of Quebec. Interestingly enough, it was on December 31st, which is actually New Year's Eve. Kind of cool. 1775. December 31st, 1775. Okay, New Year's Eve, so pretty cold. Today, Quebec is in Canada. Back then, there was no such thing as Canada. Now there is. And so, can you imagine Canada on New Year's Eve? Pretty cold, huh? So down here, picture, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Google Maps. We're going to look up Quebec City. And here is Quebec City. Okay, scroll out here. All we're going to be doing is taking a screenshot of where it is and putting it onto our slides. Okay, so here it is up here, Quebec City. Pretty far up here. Here, just kind of give you an idea of where things are. Quebec City's there. Boston is here, so pretty far away, not too close. But Quebec City, go ahead and take a screenshot. Actually, I'll do that one. This one. Quebec City. Place it here. All right, Quebec City. There it is. Okay, that's what they're fighting over. All right. Next, so now kind of what happened during the battle. The American army said, "Give me this city. We want it. We think that it's going to be important for us to, when we're starting to create our new country. We want this city to have. It's ours." And the British leader who was in charge of Quebec City said, "No." That was it. It's kind of interesting. The American army, marched all the way up to Quebec City, said, "Okay, this is ours now." And of course, the British were like, no, this is where we live. You can't have this. So they ended up fighting. They fought in this battle here, and the British army ended up crushing the American army. Okay, so the King's army and his soldiers crushed the American army, the Continental Army. So now we'll go over here to Google again. Let's look up Battle of Quebec. Look up some images here. Okay, a lot of pictures here. Some cool ones. Look at this one. I like this one a lot. You see, it's like a whole giant city here that it's on, and you can see all the different sides. Here are the British sides. Pretty cool. I'm going to take this one here because, like we said, it was on New Year's Eve. So, pretty cold in Canada. Okay, so there we go. Picture there. All right, I'm going to continue moving on here. If you need to pause, you can pause. Next, just some interesting facts. Two interesting facts here about this battle here. The American group leader of their soldiers that were fighting in this, his name was Benedict Arnold. Okay, that by itself is not that interesting. One interesting thing about this gentleman here, 5 years later in this war, he actually switched sides. He actually He was a general. He was a very important person in the American army. And the British people came to him and said, you know what, it would be really cool if you give us your city that you're in charge of. We'll give you money and you can come work for us. And so he actually became a trader. Okay? Trader. Okay. And a trader is someone who stabs someone's back. Okay, so they have decided to go against what they were for before. All right, so a traitor, they switch sides. Imagine if you had a friend who was your friend, and then you go and be friends with somebody who's really mean. That would be a traitor, right? That's what Benedict Arnold was. He was the leader of the Americans during this battle. Okay. Last thing, after this embarrassing defeat, how do you think the Americans feel? Okay, if you think that they feel good, put it there, circle, bad there, and then also tell me why. Okay, why do you think that the Americans, the colonists, feel good or bad? All right. Any questions? Ask Miss V.